sickening. It's worse than his death, to be truthful.
The accusations are disturbing. Families victimized during some of their most vulnerable moments.
They really can't have feelings, or they couldn't be in the back room of a funeral home sawing up bodies.
Tonight, claims of secretly dismembering and selling body parts in the hours after a death.
The FBI is talking to people. We're talking to people. They say you betrayed their trust to make money, to sell body parts.
Tonight, a funeral home owner and her parents now under investigation by the FBI.
Chief investigative reporter Tony Kovaleski is here with the inside story. And Tony, the accusations are outlandish.
Exactly, Shannon, and at times difficult to hear. We have talked to more than a half dozen families, now victims of what they describe as a scheme to profit from their pain. Tonight, our investigation takes us to Colorado's Western Slope. It's a community surrounded by the beauty of the Rocky Mountains.
Typical spring weather for Montrose and West Central.
About 20,000 people call Montrose home.
580 KUBC, good morning.
A city proud of its history. A community struggling to understand the stories from inside this former funeral home. The accusations about what happened inside a back room.
I go to sleep with the visions of him being dismembered with a power saw.
Ruthie Pettyjohn now lives with the memory of what happened to the body of her 26-year-old son, Brian.
But they desecrated his little body. Just cut him up in pieces and sent him all over the place.
It's worse than his death, to be truthful.
Like many, Connie Hansen found out about her son, Frederick, during a phone call from the FBI.
And she said, well, his head was sent so-and-so, and his two shoulders went somewhere else, and one elbow to the fingertip went somewhere. I said, I don't want to hear anymore.
I've been violated. My mother and my mother's body's been desecrated.
Alina Holeman now deals with the guilt of knowing details of what happened to her mom's body.
How many of you were not told that she was going to sell your loved one's body?
They all came to voice their frustrations.
No discussion about selling body parts.
None.
No.
United by the pain of believing they purchased cremation services for their loved ones, knowing they never agreed to let this funeral director dismember the bodies, struggling with claims she created product with a power saw, and angry that she ultimately profited from the sale of arms, legs, heads, torsos, even bodies.
In a single word, describe Megan Hess.
Body snatcher.
This is television. I can't use words like that.
Vile.
Sociopath.
Now that you know the allegations, what are your thoughts?
That she's pure evil.
Jackie Hampson spent a year working as Megan Hess's personal assistant.
Did you ever hear bodies being dismembered?
Yes, you could hear the machine going, but...
A saw?
A saw, yes. You could hear that in the room. It was kind of a creepy... It was creepy just to hear it.
Megan Hess, along with her mom and dad, are all named in this lawsuit, all accused of dismembering cadavers with a power saw and stacking body parts inside coolers. The lawsuit claims the three sold torsos for $1,000, a pelvis with upper legs for $1,200, heads went for $500, and $250 for a knee. Prices at significantly discounted rates compared to other body brokers, and the lawsuit estimates a $40,000 monthly income.
I don't think there's any choice between right and wrong. That's wrong.
These family members have been through hell.
Denver attorneys Mike Berg and Dave Tassell now represent more than 50 families, all claiming they were victimized by Megan Hess and her parents.
Think about it. The FBI came in and raided them. And they raided them because they knew that this body broker thing was going bigger and bigger and bigger. And its tentacles go throughout not only the country, but the world.
These people deserve to know why what was done to them was done to them, and why they weren't given a choice, why their loved ones were stolen from them and they were given back dry cement or sand and told this was your loved one's ashes.
What did the test say?
They came back non-human.
Wasn't Brian.
Wasn't Brian.
The FBI has hired a lab to test the cremains given to Ruthie and many other families.
You know, I just wasn't expecting to find stuff like this. There's a lot of wire.
Lab reports have informed families that instead of cremains, their cherished boxes contain cement, sand, and other non-human particles. Connie's included wires and what appear to be old batteries.
I know these are not his ashes because his body parts went all over the country.
Does this family owe this community an explanation?
Absolutely. They really don't believe they've done anything wrong.
Hoping to get answers, we visited Megan Hess's home in Montrose.
Ms. Hess, Tony Kovaleski from Denver 7. It looks like you're home. We'd like to talk to you. Alan, you were involved, weren't you? Tony Kovaleski from Denver 7. Like to talk to you about your role with what happened.
Get off the property.
On that same day, outside the former funeral home, we did find her father packing up a back garage.
How do you think Megan Hess's father will react when we ask questions?
I don't think they want to answer questions, and certainly don't want to answer questions from you.
Do you want to explain what you did, sir?
Get off the property.
Do you want to explain why you chopped up bodies? That's what the allegation is. Is it true? You sold bodies to body brokers. Families had no idea. Don't you want to explain? Here's your opportunity. Tell me what people don't understand. Will you talk to us, sir?
Get off the property.
Are you asking us to leave?
I'm telling you to leave.
We'll leave right now.
Now, family members tell us the family has sold the funeral home and that property, and that's the reason Megan Hess's dad was there on that day. A couple quick updates for you. The state regulators now have said they have shut down that funeral home, and that happened last year, and the FBI investigation remains ongoing. No criminal charges have been filed. There are also multiple lawsuits against the funeral owner, and we are told more families are adding their names to that list.
That is so disturbing, Tony.
Vile
Unbelievable
allegations.
that even happened.
And everybody came forward because they want everyone to know this can happen, and it's a worldwide, it's a countrywide issue.
So disturbing.
The batteries and the cremains. Ugh,
Thank you,
gosh,
Tony.
Right, Tony. Thanks.